it's just a video on a screen. Some people do freak out.
Yeah, no pressure, just a video on a screen. I'm Drew, and I'm here with my brother. His name is Evan. It's different Evan. It's not my real brother, Evan. For those of you who know, I have a real brother named Evan. Evan and I just met. We were at Scooters Coffee in Mill Civic Parkway, right back here. Yep, go Scooters, hashtag whatever Scooters is. And we went to the same networking meeting that my buddy Jared invited us to. We chatted afterwards. We find out we have a thing in common. We both like photography. It's really good at taking photos, whether it's an iPhone or a Nikon or a Sony or whatever. And we're talking about photography and why it's important to capture a moment of people, to tell a story. And so that's kind of what we're chatting about. And so what is the real story here? What's the real story? The real story is, why are you doing what you're doing in life?
Kind of what your purpose is, honestly. I mean, what is the point of waking up every day?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He had told me that you want to go travel more, right?
Yeah.
So you left behind what job to start doing photography? Like in general?
Insurance, multiple different jobs. Selling in general. Selling services that necessarily weren't always given back in the way that I wanted to. So I just kind of made a career shift because I want to see a little more value in what I'm giving somebody for maybe money, for maybe a trade of service, but
more value.
More value.
And a key word was give back, if you didn't catch that. Evan wanted to give back more than he was
getting.
Or
taking, yeah.
Give back more than he was taking. So the old paradigm, the world that we live in, is very focused on taking. In order for me to have more, in order for me to, what do I want to say? Like, in order for me to be ahead, to get ahead, I have to take from you. But it's actually the reverse. For those of you who don't know, the more you give, the more you get. Something like that.
I've heard a phrase even like, if you're not, you have to serve people. You have to be comfortable with serving people. So that's like where the shift happens, is when you realize you got to serve people, but at the same time you're giving them value. They're maybe giving you something or trading some value back, but nothing has to be overly complicated. It's very simple.
In fact, the more
ideas.
Complicated it feels, probably the worse off.
And
maybe
awkward,
you're not like where you need to be. What if you walked around the world all day and you just helped people with what it is that they were asking for, and you trusted that you bumped into people at the right time in the right place for exactly the right reason, instead of staying stuck, tethered to a single point, trying to force an agenda, force an issue to pay the bills? What if you untethered and just traveled around the world?
And get out of the comfort zone, kind of challenge yourself into something new or a new way of thinking, but most people kind of develop into that, I guess. It just kind of depends on the situation, but...
Yeah, you'll stay tethered to your oxygen mask until you feel comfortable without so much oxygen in order to snorkel and get underneath the cave into the right. the other paradise. So let's wrap it up. In summary, we met at Jared's networking event. Maybe you can see Jared's photo online. He's really good at taking selfies too, and tagged us all in there. Met great people here today, and all of them are headed back to their things that they have to do, including us, which is our conversation. We have to get back to our conversation. But we wanted to share with you the key point, which was give more than you take.
Somebody's doing some crazy
There's some
stuff back
commotion back there and Scooter's trash bagging. Give more than you take, and love your life. What else? That's pretty much it?
We did pretty good synopsis, yeah.
Okay. We'll call it good for that. Thanks to Evan, brotha. And I don't know, I'm not hanging up because I feel like there's one little thing.
We forgot about the whole I don't like the word generational, but I think things have changed to where people realize they got to give back to others a little bit more. Is it more? Or, I mean,
We really need to focus on helping each other.
yeah, in order to strive towards big goals as like a country, as
As a planet,
world,
as a
planet,
species, as a
everything,
people.
communities,
Yeah.
everything. So,
If your attitude is I have to get ahead and I have to win and I have to get more than Evan does in order for me to be good, then that is what's going to cause us continued wars, problems, strife, like who's going to be bigger, better, is Evan a better photographer than me? Instead of, oh yeah, there you go. That's a good way to wrap it up. So if Evan's a really good photographer, which he is, you should check out his stuff on what Instagram page?
New Vibe Photography.
New Vibe.
Yep.
Check out
It's
his
kind of a mouthful, but
New Vibe Photography. Then if he thinks he's a better photographer and he can't teach me to be a good photographer and doesn't take the time to help teach me, then he doesn't grow and I don't grow. Watch this. Now he teaches me how to be a better photographer and I start pushing him and I start taking better photos than he does.
pushes me to be better.
He has to take better photos.
I'm feeling the pressure, the challenge, and then we both win. We get better. So winning's not bad. It's just like the concept of winning at the expense of others. That's what the negative is.
Right.
And some people will do that, but I like to be different. I know you like to be different and think different. I mean, that's the big thing. So.
All right, so there's your think different thought for the day. I hope that whatever you're doing I know that whatever you're doing is perfect. Carry on, and don't forget, always forgive. Don't forget to give back. Peace.